should love yourself. Just had a bowl of riches and a cup of wealth, and the emphasis on yourself. I ain't doing
Henry Winkler, tonight on ABC.
I could reward myself for 75 years of excellence, but I'm rewarding you instead with a collectible pin inside every surprise cup and a chance to win $75,000. Every cup's a winner. Get it with my Smash Jack Sliders Munchie Meal. Welcome to Jack in the Box.
Here's who really funds the so-called consumer attorneys of California. Predatory billboard lawyers who descended like vultures on victims of LA's wildfires. The same firms who prey on disaster victims across the state. One so-called consumer attorney stole $15 million from his clients, including a man left with devastating burns in the San Bruno pipeline explosion. While they make millions, victims are left in ruins. Fight back at protectcaliforniaconsumers.com.
It's Jacuzzi Bath Remodel's most exciting sale of the year.
It's the 0, 0, 0 sale. That's zero installation costs, zero money down, zero payments with no interest for up to a year.
Your hometown jacuzzi team makes getting your dream bath a breeze. Lou, tell us more.
That's right. Folks call us every day with worn-out showers and outdated styles and colors, cracked tiles, and worse. They're ready for an upgrade.
Safety's also a big concern.
Oh, you bet. And they call us because Jacuzzi is such a trusted name. They know when we convert that old tub to an easy entry shower, they'll be in a safer, more luxurious bathroom in just one day.
1 day, so no weeks-long construction headaches?
Exactly. And our free design service ensures you get the genuine Jacuzzi style and safety you want at the affordable price you need.
Go to jacuzzibathremodel.com or call 800-956-1566. That's 800-956-1566. Call now.
Good things come to those who order my much better deals for $4.99. Choose between a Junior Jumbo Jack meal or Junior Chicken Sandwich meal. Some say be the change. I say keep the change. Visit Jack for a chance to win $75K. Welcome to Jack in the Box.
This year's two biggest box office hits went head-to-head once again over the weekend. David Daniel has the top 5 films in theaters.
We do not use hopping technology to upset the animal world.
She found the button.
Hoppers topped $157 million domestic with a fifth-place weekend worth $4.1 million.
What do I do?
You can pretend to be fiancé, or you go to prison. Either way, it's very romantic.
The rom-com You, Me, and Tuscany debuted in fourth place, earning $8 million.
All right, so before we got married, we did this thing where we said the worst thing we've ever done.
The drama stayed in third place, adding $8.7 million.
Hi, Grace.
Together, we're pretty smart, but no one's ever done this before.
Project Hail Mary passed the $250 million mark in domestic box office, racking up $24.6 million for second place.
Who is this?
A second huge weekend for the Super Mario Galaxy movie. The animated sequel made another $69 million for a domestic total of $308 million and a global tally of $629 million. In Hollywood, I'm David Daniel.
Britney Spears has checked herself into a treatment facility. It comes after she was arrested on suspicion of driving under the influence of alcohol and drugs back on March 4th. Now, you may remember the CHP responded to reports of erratic driving. They said Spears pulled over the highway and submitted to a field sobriety test. She was placed under arrest book and spent the night in jail before being released the next morning. Here on Midday, 5 things you need to know before you go, including the arrest of a shooting outside of a busy downtown venue. The man now in custody and charged with murder. But first, here's what's coming up at noon on GMA 3.
Coming up on GMA 3, the price of tomatoes is soaring at the supermarket. We'll tell you what's driving it higher and why it might not be done rising yet.
Also ahead, what's next for the crew of Artemis 2 and NASA after the successful mission around the moon? What the NASA administrator told us.
Plus, we are counting down to tonight's WNBA draft. We've got an all-star team here from ESPN talking about what we can expect, including who might be picked first overall.
Yeah, some debate there. And Scrubs star Sarah Chalk is here talking about the beloved show's revival and this week's season finale. All that and more coming up on GMA 3.
The year of millions is just getting started. More drawings, more winners, more chances at your share of $4 million. Only at Jacuzzi Gold Resort and Casino, where every day could be
New Game Plus has no business making Grace's dish towel smell this good. especially with how her husband uses them.
Wow.
Wow.
Yeah, I like them towels. Our greatest scent ever. Now with odor fighting power. New Game Plus with Oxy.
My specialty is in allergy and immunology, but that is a broad spectrum where it involves different allergies, causes other issues like asthma, and causes skin issues. And I need to help the community, and even till today, I know I can deliver on that. I tell all my patients, I'm building you an immune firewall.
Call Bediga Family Allergy, Skin, Immunology for your appointment today.
I think California is at a crossroads right now. The rent is too high, healthcare is too high. I'm Assembly Member Isaac Ryan. I'm supporting Southstar because he's delivered the most for California over the longest period of time. Whether it's fighting for a fair criminal legal system, whether it's pushing back against attacks to the foundations of democracy, or calling for everybody to pay their fair share. Tom fought for free lunches for children in schools. He's going to fight to cut utility bills by 25%. He's going to ban corporate PAC money in politics. I want a governor who's going to fight fire with fire. And that fire is Tom Starr.
We're the Law Brothers, and winning car accident cases is what we do. Check out these big wins.
I needed leg surgery after an accident. The Law Brothers got me $500,000. How about you?
My neck was hurt after a car accident, and they got me $785,000. How about you?
I hurt my back in a car accident, and the Law Brothers got me over $1.1 million.
Call us. We're the Law Brothers.
Call 1-800-222-2222. Play during Chichancy Gold's Drop the Cool $670,000 giveaway, and you can drive home a Jeep or a boat or your share of over $500,000 in cash and e-cash prizes. Play for your adventure at Chichancy Gold Resort and Casino.
The first thing you need to know before you go, a U.S. blockade is underway this midday in the Strait of Hormuz. Central Command said it went into effect at 7 this morning, sealing off Iranian ports and causing a choke point for the shipments of oil, fertilizer, and other vital goods. It also comes after failed peace talks over the weekend in Pakistan. Iran has said the action would be considered a breaking of the ceasefire. Meantime, gas prices continue to soar across the U.S. In the last week, a Fresno gallon of regular unleaded has risen nearly 40 cents. And number 2, 19-year-old Kamaya Bolden has been arrested for the murder of 38-year-old Mahari Kadani in downtown Fresno. It happened back on Friday, March 20th, outside the Sun Stereo building. This is on Fulton and Inyo. Fresno police say a fight had broken out during a party being held inside the building, and once security made everyone leave, that's when the shots rang out near the street. The victim died at the hospital. Bolton was taken into custody Wednesday in Fresno. And number 3, 5 people are dead following a head-on crash in Kings County. The CHP says it happened Sunday morning just before 10:30 on Highway 41 near York Avenue. That's about 15 miles south of Avenal. Officers said the driver of a Chevy Silverado was going south on the highway when they went into the northbound lane, causing a head-on collision with a Toyota Prius. 4 people inside the Chevy and 1 person inside the Toyota were declared dead at the scene. And earlier this midday, we learned the driver of the Toyota, 35-year-old Jose Ramos of Oakdale. The people in the Chevy have not yet been identified. And number 4, let's take a live look at trading on Wall Street right now. We are just barely in the green, up about 100 points as the oil market continues to show concern this midday in the war with Iran. Prices are now hovering just under $100 per barrel after 21 hours of ceasefire talks failed to end the conflict.
We're still tracking some cloud cover. Here's a live look from our downtown Fresno Skycam. You're seeing those 60s in the forecast, warming up just a bit as we head into the rest of this afternoon. The last several hours, we've been seeing some wet weather across parts of our foothill communities. In Tulare County, you're seeing some wet weather just south of Porterville right now. And higher elevation snow still a potential as we head into the rest of today. And by the time tonight comes around, Monday night, things should be mostly clear and some sunny skies just in time for your Tuesday. 70s in the forecast and then 80s for this upcoming weekend.
Looks like a nice forecast. All right, that's all for us this midday. We'll be back on the Infraction News live at 3.
And remember to download the ABC 30 News app for the latest local news and weather anytime. Have a great day.
At Chuck Chansey, community involvement is who we are.
Together with partners like the Fresno Grizzlies and the Clovis Rodeo Association, we're proud to support the events, traditions, and organizations that bring our region together. Because when our community thrives, we all win.
ABC 30, partnered with KMJ News Talk Radio. Get Action News updates on AM 580 and 105.9 FM.
Hear that? Good. That's the sound of your life. Perfectly imperfect. But every time you drive after drinking, music gets drowned out. Your life sounds pretty great. Don't let a buzz ruin it. Buzzed driving is drunk driving. Don't drive buzzed.
At Stanton, you get the best value. 2 pairs for just $79. A free eye exam, anti-glare made same day. That's value you can actually see. Smart, simple, Stanton.
We're the Law Brothers, and winning car accident cases is what we do. Check out these big wins.
I broke my shoulder in a car accident, and the Law Brothers got me $500,000. How about you?
My leg was broken after a car accident. They got me $700,000. How about you?
I injured my back in a car accident, and the Law Brothers got me over $830,000.
Call us. We're the Law Brothers.
Call 1-800-222-2222.
At Stanton, we sell great frames. All sorts of frames. Over 1,000 frames, starting at just $79. I saved money, and I see great. Smart, simple, Stanton.
Summer dating has new rules. We're breaking down the hottest trends next. Cameron Halls.
It's time for GMA3. Tomato prices soaring at the supermarket. Why they're rising so quickly, why they could go even higher, and what it means for some of our other favorites like sauces and ketchup. Happy homecoming.
Perfect bullseye splashdown.
The Artemis II crew celebrating their return to Earth.
I have not processed what we just did, and I'm afraid to start even trying.
Now, what's next for the 4 record-setting astronauts? And what the NASA administrator is telling us about the future after the successful mission. And the doctor is in. Scrub star Sarah Chalke is here, talking about the beloved show's revival and what it's like being back together ahead of this week's finale. It's time for GMA3.
I'm no Superman.
Well, we love Scrubs, and we can't wait to talk to Sarah Chalke. Hello, everyone. I'm Rhiannon Natalie.
And I'm with Reed alongside Stephanie Ramos. So glad to start your week with you on this Monday.
Yes, happy Monday. Coming up here on GMA3 tonight is the WNBA draft, and there's a lot of intrigue at the top of the draft with no clear number one. And we've got our all-star team from ESPN here to break it all down for us.
Yes. The best.
Yes,
Looking
they
forward
are.
to that for sure. We have a lot going on here on this Monday. It's Steals and Steals Superfan Week. Tori Johnson here with Nicole from New Jersey, a diehard Deals fan. They're bringing us bargains on beauty and much more. That is ahead. They're great pals already.
We're going to start, though, with the latest driver of grocery inflation. We're talking tomatoes. Prices of tomatoes, yes, are skyrocketing. And Elizabeth Schulze joins us with more on why this is happening. Hey, Elizabeth, good afternoon.
Hey, Rhiannon. So you say tomato, I say inflation. The new inflation report shows that the price of tomatoes is going up faster now than any other food group. Overall grocery prices were up about 2% in March compared to a year ago. Fruits and vegetables as a category were up 4%, but tomatoes have surged 23%. When you look at the retail price, fresh tomatoes will now cost you, on average, $2.26 a pound. That is the highest in 8 years. So a key explanation here is tariffs. About 2/3 of all of the fresh tomatoes that Americans consume are imported, and the vast majority are from Mexico. Well, right now, there are still steep 17% tariffs on those Mexican imports, and we import more during the winter and spring. So prices could keep going up from here. Tomatoes are transported across the country on trucks that run on diesel. Diesel is very quickly approaching an all-time high now, about 20 cents away from the record $5.80 a gallon, Rhiannon.
And Elizabeth, what about other foods that use tomatoes? We know pasta sauce, ketchup. Will we see the prices for those foods go up as well?
So the good news is that those canned tomatoes are not subject to the same steep tariffs, Rhiannon. Foods like pizza, pasta that use those tomato sauces are a little bit less at risk of price increases. Also, the latest inflation report does show that the cost of another key ingredient in those foods, cheese, of course, is actually down about 4% over the past year, guys.
All right. Not the greatest news for tomato lovers, but we'll have to take it. Thank you so much, Elizabeth. Now to the homecoming for the historic Artemis II crew back on Earth after traveling deeper into space than any other humans. Transportation correspondent Gio Benitez is here with what's next for the 4 astronauts. We cannot get enough of Artemis II. We've been talking about it.
Yes.
My son is obsessed. His science class is obsessed.
Oh, yeah? Good. All right, maybe a little bit of an astronaut here.
Maybe.
Absolutely. So if that remarkable journey around the moon and back wasn't enough, wait till you hear their beautiful reflections here. These astronauts are now sharing messages of gratitude, friendship, family, and unity after making so much history. After the splashdown seen around the world.
A perfect bullseye splashdown.
Capping off that historic and incredible 10-day mission to the moon and back. The crew of Artemis II is finally home, arriving back in Houston to a hero's welcome over the weekend and speaking publicly for the first time since completing the momentous feat.
I have not processed what we just did, and I'm afraid to start even trying. When this started on April 3rd, I wanted to thank God in public, and I want to thank God again, because even bigger than my challenge trying to describe what we went through, the gratitude of seeing what we saw, doing what we did, and being with who I was with, it's too big to just be in one body.
The astronauts' families waiting there to greet them. Pilot Victor Glover and Commander Reed Weissman sharing heartwarming photos of their reunion, both with the caption, "Mission Complete." With an eye to the future, Administrator Jared Isaacman telling our Michael Strahan there's no better time to be at NASA.
Let's get America back in the business of launching moon rockets. And when you get back to the moon, don't just do it for the flags and footprints. Build the base, establish the enduring presence for all its scientific value, to be the technological proving ground for all the skills we're going to have to master to someday send astronauts to Mars and bring them back home safely. And we have the resources to do it under the Working Family Tax Cut Act. So we got the mandate, the resources. We have a successful mission, Artemis II, under our belt. We are just getting going.
Now with the 4 back on solid ground and receiving their medical clearances, a chance to reflect on this once-in-a-lifetime journey.
It's a special thing to be a human, and it's a special thing to be on planet Earth. Thank you.
Oh, such a beautiful moment right there. And it wasn't just the crew's human family and friends who welcomed them back to Earth. I want you to look at this. That's out the window there of the USS Mirtha during the recovery mission. And yeah, it's a little alien, an inflatable one, maybe, who knows. Social media spotted the visitor, and the post just went absolutely viral. I mean, so much fun.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So it's so cool to see how much they've bonded over this.
I think that's what's most special about this.
Yeah.
Yeah.
What a great crew. What a great story for humanity. Well told by Gio. Thank you so much.
And you too, there,
please,
San
I
Diego.
stood at the beach and listened for a sonic boom that never came, but I was proud and relieved nonetheless. Thank you so much, Gio. We are going to turn now to the thrilling finish at the Masters. Rory McIlroy becoming just the 4th golfer ever to win consecutive green jackets, and he certainly made things interesting.
It's back-to-back green jackets for Rory McIlroy, the 36-year-old making history at the Masters. Just the 4th player ever to successfully defend golf's biggest title, joining Jack Nicklaus, Sir Nick Faldo, and Tiger Woods. McIlroy celebrating, embracing a very special spectator, his 5-year-old daughter, Poppy. The win wasn't a walk in the park. Despite holding the largest 36-hole lead in Masters history, McIlroy stumbled in the 3rd round. McIlroy entering Sunday tied for first with American Cam Young. 4 different players at one point holding or sharing the lead. In a final dramatic twist, this drive on the last hole heading way right and putting extra pressure on McIlroy.
Just trying to compose himself. He's already getting emotional about it.
Rory keeping his nerve and his narrow lead, winning by just one stroke. A year after completing the career Grand Slam, the now six-time major champion says this is only the beginning.
The Masters tournament continues to be the shining light of tournament golf, of the majors. It's absolutely incredible.
Absolutely incredible. It's right. He went all those years without being able to win the Masters and complete the Grand Slam, and then he wins last year to make that piece of history. And then he says, hey, let's run it back.
What a roller
2 years in a
coaster.
row.
Yeah, he was up 6 strokes and then, squandered that. And
he didn't really squander it because he finished at 12 under, which is where he was at the 36 hole. Just other people caught up to him, but not enough. But well done to Rory.
Yeah.
Really a great tournament. I hope you all enjoyed it. And coming up, I hope you enjoyed this. We got everything you need to know ahead of tonight's WNBA draft. We got some superstars in the house. ESPN's Malika Andrews and Shanae Ogumake. They are here. They're dunking on each other. They're going to get us ready.
GMA3, sponsored by LifeLock, the leader in identity theft protection.
My accountant, who uses unsecured email, has all my tax info.
Tax forms have all the personal info thieves need to steal your identity. That's why LifeLock monitors millions of data points for identity theft. LifeLock, for the threats you can't control.
Like a relentless weed, moderate to severe Crohn's disease or ulcerative colitis symptoms can keep coming back.
Break away to what's possible with Tremfya.
The only IL-23 blocker for Crohn's and UC to offer self-administration from the start.
With symptom relief as early as 4 weeks, remission at 12 weeks, 1 year, and even 2 years.
Some have visible healing of their intestinal lining. Serious allergic reactions and increased risk of infections and liver problems may occur. Before treatment, your doctor should check you for infections and TB. Tell your doctor if you have an infection, flu-like symptoms, or if you need a vaccine. Healing is possible with Tremfya.
Backed by over 15 years of clinical research. Ask your doctor about Tremfya today.
Okay, now that you've bundled your boat and RV with your home and auto, you're ready to hit the open road.
Ooh, or set sail on your next adventure.
Tomato. And because you save time and money, you could just go where the road takes you.
Oh, nothing but smooth sailing.
Don't throw out the baby with the bathwater.
Jamie,
stop.
Okay, looks like we're in ship shape. Yarr, shiver me timbers.
That's an impression of a pirate.
Boat.
Antacid?
It might be more than heartburn.
Pepto-Bismol, son?
When you have nausea, heartburn, indigestion, systemic diarrhea.
Great vintage, huh?
And it pairs well with everything. Pepto-Bismol.
I got my glow back with a body wash. Olay Super Serum has 5+ powerful ingredients that shower my skin in luminosity after just one use. And lock in that luminous look with Super Serum Body Lotion. Love the skin you're in. Olay Super Serum Body Wash and Lotion.
Even if you have moderate to severe eczema, you can feel the rhythm. Feel the flow. And Dupixent helps you feel the heal. It helps calm the key source of inflammation under the skin that can cause eczema. Some adults saw fast itch relief after the first dose, and long-lasting clear skin in 1 year. Many even saw 90% clear skin. Severe allergic reactions, including skin reactions, can occur. Get help right away for face, mouth, tongue, or throat swelling, wheezing, or trouble breathing. Tell your doctor of new or worsening eye problems like eye pain or vision changes, skin symptoms, joint aches and pain, or a parasitic infection. Don't change or stop other treatments without talking to your doctor. Stay ahead of eczema and help heal your skin from within. Dupixent, the #1 prescribed biologic by dermatologists and allergists. Ask your eczema specialist about Dupixent today.
Rock and Roll Hall of Fame Night is live on ABC. Plus, take it to the Raptors. Top 9 on the field.
Oh my God.
American Idol live tonight on ABC Disney Plus.
All right, back now with the growing excitement for tonight's WNBA draft. The league and fans and we here are fired up for the W's 30th season, and we are extra fired up because we are joined here on the couch with Malika Andrews and Chiney Ogwumike. They will be part of ESPN's live coverage of the event. Welcome to these. We love having you. We're going to blow out our coverage here. We're going to go 2 segments. We're going to start with you, Chiney, right off the top, because you uniquely know what tonight is going to feel like for these players. You were the first overall pick back in 2014. So what's going through everyone's minds right now in the hours leading up to the draft, and then what does it feel like to actually get picked?
It's a combination of nerves and excitement because you don't know where you're going to go. But honestly, looking back on 2014, many moons ago. Oh, God. Okay, so let me tell you about the pick really quick. Went with my mom to Steinmark. Shout out to Steinmark. But now these ladies are walking the wrong way. They're wearing designers, so I'm very happy for them. But it's the most magical moment, honestly, of your life. You're 22, 23 years old, and this is something you've been working for ever since you picked up a basketball for the first time. For me, it was 10, and I was actually blessed and fortunate to see my older sister get drafted #1, and she sort of set the goal for me to be able to do the same thing. So I'm not going to lie, you guys, I blacked out a little bit. Just like right here, she picked me on that to go get your jersey. But it's really cool, and only in the WNBA is where you can go from, playing in a national championship and then 8 days later get drafted. These women are truly superheroes. Yeah.
And let's start with you, Malika, because this year's draft is much different than previous years. So tell us what's new this year.
So this year, there's no consensus #1 pick, right? When you look at the last 3 years, we knew that it was going to be Paige Beckers, Caitlin Clark, even Aaliyah Boston the year before. We knew that they were going to hear their name most likely called #1 overall. And this year, there's really 3 different players that have a very realistic shot at being the #1 pick. So let's just run through them really quickly, right? Let's start with Azzi Fudd, who is purely the best shooter.
The People's Princess.
In the People's Princess. Exactly. We could hear her name called first tonight going to the Dallas Wings. Another option here, Olivia Miles, right? She's the best passer in this draft. Or could they go with Awa Pham Thiam, right? Who is who is incredibly talented, who's incredibly athletic, and something that the Wings roster has needed historically in the past.
Yeah, I agree. The crazy thing is that actually all 3 of these players are truly specialists. We talk about the best shooter, the best passer, and the best big. And so it's going to be exciting to see what the Dallas Wings do.
And Awa's never been to New York City before this weekend, right? So she played a game in Spain. She flew here a little bit later, and then she's going back to Spain to compete in the playoffs after she is drafted in the WNBA, which is a really unique and impressive.
And she has tremendous upside because she's only 19 years old. So you can draft her and really develop her for the long term. So the Dallas Wings have options. Now, the Dallas Wings, their GM is my former coach, Kurt Miller.
Has he told you?
He's keeping it close to chest.
And this draft, is it expected to be different than previous years?
Yeah, I think it will be a little bit different, and it's largely because of UCLA. They have the opportunity to have 5 players at minimum drafted from one team, a record, which feels like it's absolutely a record. So to me, that's special. But also, you think about UCLA, they just won, and it's rare that you see all of them up their stock at this point. Just 2 weeks from the draft. Everyone knows Lauren Betts. She's a model. She's amazing. She's 6'7". She's an All-American. But Gabriella, she's 6'7", and Dre would look at me like 6'7", but she's 6'7" and super talented. She's a beast on the floor. Gabriella Hawkes, whose brother plays actually for the Miami Heat, who's a baller, basketball in his DNA. Kiki Rice, who's tremendous. She's having a career year. The list goes on and on. Angela Dugalich, who's a 6'4" guard. So UCLA is showing out from 8 days ago winning a national championship to now potentially in this draft.
So much to watch.
There really is, and there's so much more to talk about here on GMA3. Go nowhere, Malika and Chiney, because we have much more in the WNBA just ahead. They will be back, so you stay where you are.
Another day. Same pain, same meds, same struggling for symptom relief. Injections like Humira and Enbrel work similarly to treat moderate to severe rheumatoid arthritis or psoriatic arthritis. But if your symptoms haven't improved enough,
Rinvoq works differently. It's a once-daily pill that can rapidly relieve RA and PSA joint pain, stiffness, and swelling as fast as 2 weeks for some. Even after 3 years, many people felt this relief. In PSA, Rinvoq can leave skin noticeably clearer.
Rinvoq can lower ability to fight infections. Before treatment, test for TB and do blood work. Serious infections, blood clots, some fatal, cancers including lymphoma and skin, serious allergic reactions, GI tears, death, heart attack, and stroke occurred. CV event risk increases in age 50 plus with a heart disease risk factor. Tell your doctor if you've had these events, infection, Hep B or C, smoked, are pregnant, or planning. Don't take if allergic or have an infection.
Do something different. Ask your doctor if switching to Rinvoq is right for you.
Want to get more done with one sheet? Grab Bounty. Bounty is made to be stronger and more absorbent. So while ordinary brands can't hold up, one sheet of Bounty keeps working even when wet. Can your paper towel do all that? Bounty, the quicker picker upper, America's #1 trusted paper towel.
My skin's always so dry. Leggings it is.
Try Olay Hydrating Body Wash. It's the secret to lasting moisture. With 10 times the moisturizers to repair your skin barrier. Go from dry to visibly hydrated.
Love the skin you're in.
Olay Hydrating Body Wash and Lotion.
Simparica Trio protects against 3 categories of parasites. This drug class has been associated with neurologic side effects, including seizures. Use with caution in dogs with or without a history of these disorders. Don't just protect, triple protect.
Wait, they're starting the dishes with that water?
Of course, it's Dawn Power Wash. Active suds work differently to quickly loosen and power through greasy messes before you turn on the faucet.
Well, water my world.
I know. Power Wash removes up to 99% of burnt-on, baked-on messes in half the time with just a light scrub and rinse.
Whoa, they flew through that.
Even cleans grease all around the kitchen.
That's how you hightail through it.
Dawn Power Wash, the better grease getter.
Lily doesn't play like she's 62. She plays like you owe her something. And with Ensure Max Protein, she always collects.
Told you she still plays?
You're doing it fine, so keep it that way. Ensure yourself.
Jardiance plays a role in my story, too. I have type 2 diabetes, but I manage it well with Jardiance, a once-daily pill that helps lower my A1C. It works 24/7 in the body to flush out some sugar.
And for adults with type 2 diabetes and known heart disease, Jardiance can lower the risk of cardiovascular death, too.
Serious side effects include increased ketones in blood or urine and infection between and around the anus and genitals. Both may be fatal. Severe allergic reactions, dehydration, urinary tract or genital yeast infections in men and women, and low blood sugar. Stop taking and tell your doctor right away if you have nausea, vomiting, stomach pain, tiredness, rash, swelling, trouble breathing or swallowing. Tell your doctor about lightheadedness, weakness, fever, pain, tenderness, redness, or swelling between the anus and genitals. You may have increased risk for lower limb loss. Call your doctor right away if you have new pain or tenderness, sores, ulcers, or infection in your legs or feet.
Jardiance is a little pill with a big story to tell. And if you ask me, it's pretty swell. Action.
As promised, we are back now with more on the WNBA. We talked about the draft. Now let's get into some of the other issues surrounding the league in this big offseason. Malika and Janae are back. Janae, I want to start with you. Let's talk about the WNBA bargaining collective agreement. What does that mean for incoming rookies right now?
Honestly, it was transformational. It was truly special. Not too long ago, you guys saw my older sister, Nneka, who's president of the Players Association, be here on GMA and celebrate how historic and transformational the agreement is. And I do believe that the WNBA draft is a perfect example of it because these rookies are going to be making $400,000, $300,000. That's more than the max player did on the last CBA. And so to be able to see the rapid growth and them being taken care of financially, but also it opens the door to how it's historic, not just for women's basketball, but women's sports overall, from facilities to the family planning benefits. I'm not going to lie, y'all, I was super happy because I didn't even realize at the end of the day that I got a check as a retired. Hold on, you're taking care of the veterans, those who paved the way? And she said, you're welcome, sis. So, yeah, it's really special to see, especially the rookies being taken care of more even so than the star players the years past.
Okay, let's talk about some of the big trades and things that have been happening in the offseason, especially Angel Reese going to Atlanta. I think a lot of fans were shocked. Chicago fans were really upset. What do you make of all this?
It's okay for Chicago fans to be upset. That was a franchise cornerstone that was traded, and there was a lot of questions as to what she was traded for. But on the Atlanta side of all of this, I don't know that there is a player that makes more sense for the Dream than Angel Reese. The city as well as the franchise, right? When you're talking about them trying to take the next steps in the postseason, but also in terms of the demographics of Atlanta. And there are going to be little black girls that are in Atlanta now that are going to get to find a new hero in Angel Reese. And she's talked about how important that is to her. So it's not only a fit on the court, it's a fit off of it as well.
In the little time we have left, we're going to do a rapid fire round. Malika, we'll start with you. All right, which teams have made the best moves so far this offseason?
Dallas.
Dallas is good. I think Chicago in return actually has a pretty stacked roster as well.
I like that.
Yeah.
Rapid-ish. Okay.
Before we go, because we're running out of time, back to the draft. Who do each of you think is number one pick tonight?
3, 2, 1. Oh!
Some dissension in the ranks here between Malika and Shanae. We are so happy to have you here. You're just rays of sunshine, and you know what you're talking about. It is the absolute best to have you here. Thank you for being here, and they will be covering the WNBA draft tonight at 7 p.m. Eastern on ESPN. And coming up, we're celebrating Deals and Steals superfans. Tori has Nicole from New Jersey alongside her. We're going to meet her, get some major savings on beauty, apparel, and more. Go nowhere.
With schizophrenia, it can feel like your symptoms decide what you do and who you can be. If you have symptoms, be bold and ask your healthcare provider about Cobenfy, a twice-daily pill for schizophrenia. Cobenfy was created with a different approach in mind and delivered improvement in schizophrenia symptoms overall. Plus, in clinical studies, most people saw no substantial weight gain.
Don't take if allergic to Cobenfy, have trouble emptying your bladder or stomach, certain liver problems, or untreated narrow angle glaucoma. Serious side effects such as urinary retention, worsening liver, kidney, bile duct, and gallbladder problems, slow stomach emptying, serious allergic reactions, narrow angle glaucoma, increased heart rate, and side effects in those with kidney problems may occur. Don't drive or use heavy machinery until you know how Cobenfy affects you. Seek help right away if you have hives, swelling of your face, lips, mouth, tongue, or throat, hoarseness, difficulty speaking, breathing, or emptying your bladder.
Imagine what could be. Cobenfy.
Imagine what could be. Cobenfy.
Pronamel, clinical enamel strength, can help us to keep our enamel for a lifetime. It's backed by science. It is clinically proven to strengthen our teeth. I would recommend this toothpaste to everybody. It's really an amazing product.
Allergies stopping your kid's game? Keep allergies and brain fog on the bench. Thanks to Allegra delivers fast, powerful allergy relief with no brain fog due to drowsiness. Discover Children's Allegra. It's a no-brainer.
See? These dishes are still dirty.
You need a detergent that cleans your dishes and your filter.
Filter?
Yep, my go-to is Cascade Platinum Plus. Only these action packs have double the Dawn, breaking down food residue. Even on your filter. Cascade.
What are you doing? We need to save time.
What just happened?
I just saved time. By buying your car in Carvana, it was all online. Got pre-qualified instantly. Great terms. Save time and buy your car in Carvana.
Advil liquid gels are faster and stronger than Tylenol rapid release gels. Also from Advil, Advil Targeted Relief, the only topical with 4 powerful pain-fighting ingredients that start working on contact and lasts up to 8 hours.
Sorry, bud. Not while I weed.
Hey! Who let the dogs out? Spruce, a new weed and grass killer that's safe for use around people, pets, and bees. For dead weeds in just 1 day. Spruce, pet-friendly, weed-dead-free. When you need longer-lasting body pain relief, try Aleve. Just 1 dose of Aleve provides pain relief for up to 12 hours from all types of body pain. Aleve, longer-lasting.
Hello, I'm Jason Oliveira here with your Action News Afternoon Update. We got some breaking news coming out of downtown Fresno where an arrest has been made in the murder of a man outside of a busy event back on Friday, March 20th, just after 11 p.m. Fresno police were called out to reports of a shooting victim outside the Sun Stereo warehouse on Fulton and Inyo. They discovered 38-year-old Mahari Kadani suffering from gunshot wounds. He later died at the hospital. Then on Wednesday, the police tactical team and officers arrested this man here, 19-year-old Kamara Bolden for the murder. He had been identified as a suspect. A fight inside the building during a party is believed to have led to the deadly attack. New on Action News, 5 people are dead following a head-on crash that took place in Kings County. The CHP says it happened Sunday morning just before 10:30 on Highway 41 near York Avenue. That's about 15 miles south of Avenal. Officers say the driver of a Chevy Silverado was going south on the highway when they went into the northbound lane, crashing head-on with a Toyota Prius. The impact of the crash caused the Chevy to flip onto the Soldier and then catch on fire. 4 people inside the Chevy and 1 person inside the Toyota were declared dead at the scene. Just moments ago, we learned the driver of the Toyota is 35-year-old Jose Ramos of Oakdale. People in the Chevy have not yet been identified. Officers are still investigating to determine whether drugs or alcohol were factors in this crash. That's all for now. We'll be back on the air for Action News Live at 3. I'm Jason Oliveira, and as always, remember you can get the very latest updates anytime throughout the day on our website, abc30.com, as well as our mobile app and social media. For now, enjoy your afternoon. Thank you for joining us.
Sometimes the biggest move is playing it small.
Yippee-yi-yi, tasty Smash Jack sliders. Yippee-yi-yo, try those Smash Jack sliders.
Try my new Smash Jack sliders.
Welcome to Doc in the Box. This just in. Vintage Days returns to Fresno State April 17th to 19th.
3 days of fun for everyone.
Enjoy live entertainment, food, and a beer and wine garden.
Kids Zone, Crafts Fair, and an anime gaming con.
The best part, free admission and parking.
It's time for the 112th Clovis Rodeo, April 22nd through the 26th. Presented by Coors, Valley White Beverage, and Chuck Chansey Gold Resort and Casino. Things get rocking Wednesday night with PRCA Extreme Bulls. Top-notch cowboys and cowgirls battle for buckles and big cash Thursday through Sunday. Concerts by Corey Kent, Josh Ross, and Shane Prophet. Presented by the Clovis Rodeo and Kiss Country. Tickets are going fast at ClovisRodeo.com.
Now this is some seriously athletic stuff, while this is a little more athletic-ish. And at Sierra, we love it all, whether you're going real fast or slowly reeling it in. Sierra has all the brands you want at the prices that let you do it all. From athletic to athletic-ish, Sierra's got it.
Hey, we're the Law Brothers, and we love helping people. And our clients love the results.